Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Mr. X's class. So today we're learning about the level 4 vocabulary word, comprise. So this is kind of a difficult word because of its two meanings, and we'll talk about that. So one meaning is comprise, and it can also be comprised of, but it can also be just comprised, which is strange. But okay, one meaning is to have somebody or something as parts or members. So what does that mean? So you start with definition one, you start with a whole, an entire thing. Whole, entero, whole. And then after the word comprise, you have the parts. And it's all of them. That's another important point. So the USA comprises 50 states. So what I'm saying is there's a whole thing, a big thing, and how many pieces does it have? And you say all the pieces. So if this is a wrong sentence, if I said the USA comprises 20 states, that's incorrect. Because comprises means you're talking about all the parts. So like we could say the same thing about Mexico comprises 42 states?
31.
31 states. Oh my gosh, I embarrassed myself. Okay, 31 states. But then we also have a meaning that's really kind of the opposite. So instead of parts of something, to be the parts or members that form something. So we can just do the exact same sentence, but we switch which one is which. We can say 50 states comprise the USA. So we have the USA, and we have 50 states. Those are the parts. And we say, we have to list all of the parts of something. And so here's an example with literature. So this is a famous book that I think more people pretend to have read it than have read it because it's so long. It's 7 volumes. 7 volumes is another Awod word, actually, that you're going to see. So it has 7 volumes, like 7 books in one book. It's huge. It could take a year to read it. Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust is a very long novel that comprises 7 volumes. So that's this meaning. One big novel, 7 parts. But you can also switch it and make another sentence with comprise that's like the opposite idea. 7 volumes, 7 parts, comprise. Remembrance of Things Past is one big book. So, we have, because the two definitions are basically opposite, we have different words and different synonyms for them. So for number 1, it's consist of, be composed of, be made of. Mm-hmm. So consist of is a good one to know. It has the same meaning as number 1. It means that this big thing has these parts. So we could say United States, USA, consists of 50 states. That's like that. But then the second meaning, we can say form or make up. So 50 states form the USA. And I want you to add a Spanish definition, a Spanish translation, because the one that's on there, componerse de, it seems to be, it fits number 1, but not number 2. Number 2 is a different meaning. So add these two to your card. Componer, formar, definition 2. And because this is hard, I want to give a few more examples. So let's see. Tell me something that is a whole. Can somebody give me an example of a whole? Something that it has many parts, but it's like one big thing.
A year.
A year, very good. Okay, a year. Yes, 1 year in the calendar, right? And what are the parts in a year?
12 months.
12 months, very good. Okay, so we can say, well, for definition 1, what do we start with?
Year.
Yeah, we start with the whole. So a year comprises 12 months. Could I say 10 months?
No.
No, it has to be every part. So 12 months in the whole thing, all of the parts. When you talk about the parts, you need all of them, not just some of them. Mm-hmm. Now let's do definition 2. Switch them.
12 months.
So we say 12 months. 12 months comprise a year. So when you look at each definition, it's not that confusing. People get confused just because the definitions are kind of like opposites of each other, because you can switch them. So how do you know which one you're talking about? When you see this, how do you know which one it is? So you can know from the context, because in this sentence, we know where is the whole, where are the parts. and you just look what is first. So this is here it's the first one. It's the whole first, and then the part. Here it's the parts first, and then the whole. So that's the basic idea of comprise. Thank you for watching. Thanks for filming.